Pokemon storytelling wasn't limited to the anime only.
Do you really think so?
Yes, I know so. Come on, guys. Really? Just the anime?
Of course!
In all its horribly repeating formula? Oh, no. We had books, literature, comics, field and strategy guides, novels too. I remember going to my local library, which is a really awesome library by the way, and checking out tons of Pokemon comics and strategy guides. Wait, sorry, I mean manga. Whatever. I'm still gonna call it comic. We had The Electric Tale of Pikachu, Magical Pokemon Journey, and holy cow, I don't remember all of this. Some really kiddie one for tiny kids. Or was that Magical Pokemon Journey? Whatever. And I think this series is 30 times better than the anime. Drum roll, please. Pokémon Adventures! Believe me, if you haven't read these when you were a kid, you were missing out! There was even a quote by the game's original creator, Satoshi Tajiri, that "This is the comic that most resembles the world I was trying to convey." And that's what I felt as well. Pokémon Adventures follows the journey of not Ash Ketchum, but Red, and his rival Blue. In the Japanese version, it's green, for obvious reasons. And the story is a billion times more creative than the anime. The character of Red is not just headstrong, cocky, and sometimes a jerk, but unlike Ash, he's strategically talented, uses more than just Pikachu, captures 20 Pokemon a day than Ash catches in a year, and... do I really need to go on? He's actually smart. So anyway, Red is already somewhat of a Pokemon trainer even before getting his first Pokemon from Professor Oak, rather spontaneously shall I say. And we follow his much more exciting journeys across a very uniquely stylized world that resembles the game's much more. The art style is what inspired me as a kid the most, drawn by the artist known only as Mato, who is in fact a chick. The circular, simplistic, and cutesy style is what connected me with the video games much more than the anime did. And I was constantly trying to master that drawing style when I was drawing my own adventures of Pokemon in 5th grade. I thought I was being really awesome, but of course, compared to now, it's kind of, well... His Pokemon adventures lead him through the Pokemon world of Red and Blue, of course, much like the anime, but expanded. It also saw the inclusion of a third rival of sorts, the female Green. A thief! Nothing but a no-good thief! Also, a very interesting character to boot, hindering and sneaking her way around, and why wasn't she in the anime? More accurately to the games, Green, Blue, and Red were the 3 trainers that took the 3 starters as opposed to the anime where you never knew who the other 2 trainers were that took the other starters in the first episode. Yep. Another reason why this is better than the anime is that this has dismemberment and death. Just like the game intended. Remember the Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town? Reanimated corpses of dead Pokemon, ghosts, and other creepy things. Yeah, it's all in there too. This is what Pokemon should have been like as an anime. While the setting and style mimics the game a lot, the story begins to differ much more. During the course of the story, we find out that 4 of the 8 gym leaders are in league with Team Rocket and start an uprising! Red is caught in the middle as he helps the good guys and the Elite Four kick their butts and save the day. How's that for a premise? Seriously, I think it's worth a look, if nothing else, for any of you who were into Pokemon but never had a chance to read the superior comic. Pokemon Adventures bent the rules of the game, and unlike the anime, had some very interesting story arcs and characters. Even Mewtwo's origin was more awesome in this one. Except for his giant... spoon. Never mind. Interestingly enough, Pokemon Adventures, like the anime, is still ongoing, even today. What I like about it is how it focused on different characters for each series, based on each game, and not just Red all the time. So many protagonists like Gold, Yellow, Crystal, Sapphire, you can go on and on. In fact, it reminds me of my own idea that I had with my own friends about our own potential series of stories. Something that was invented way back in 2000 and we kept adding on to up to 2003. It's really something special, and I'm going to talk about it in another episode. I hope to get your attention for that as well. The other comic around was Electric Tale of Pikachu. A comic with just 4 issues, but interesting nonetheless. This time around, instead of being directly based on the game like Adventures, Tales of Pikachu was pretty much inspired by the anime. It had Ash, who looked like Red, Misty, and Brock doing stupid things together, except that thankfully this was just loosely based on the anime, and did its own thing more often. The art style was probably the opposite of Pokémon Adventures. Where Adventures was cute, round, and poofy, Electric Tail was detailed, edgy, and whoa! Look at that! The Pokémon looked pretty realistic. This series also had some censorship shoved in, and, you know, it makes sense in this case, as most of the chicks in the comics were drawn with fairly large bosmal areas, Misty included. And oh hey, if we're going that far, how about even no clothes? And yeah, don't expect that in your English copies for sure. And there was another comic leaning towards the girl audience. As they say in Japan, shoujo manga. I know shoujo pretty much means girl or girl-oriented in Japanese, but to me it just sounds so manly. See, look. Shoujo! Anyway, this comic was called
Magical Pokemon Journey! Ah!
And it kinda looks like Sailor Moon. And in typical made-for-girls fashion, the story centers around a girl named Hazel, who is on a quest, not to become the greatest trainer, no, but to get some punk kid to like her back.
Oh! And on the way, she catches a few ridiculously bubbly and cute Pokemon.
Aw, doesn't this just want to make you smash your face into submission because of how cute everything was drawn? If I see one more cutesy picture, my head might explode. There were also comics directly based off the TV show available in magazines such as Nintendo Power and Disney Adventures. Yeah, those magazines. I used to like them as a kid, but what's the point if it's using screen caps from the actual show and you can just watch it on TV? Also, I really liked how Disney Adventures was littered with Pokemon stuff. Pokemon Stadium Pokemon for the win! Ads, ads, ads! So fun, so good. I hope you too gained some knowledge in reading crazy Pokemon tales such as these as a kid. And, you know, it inspired you, like me, to, I don't know, buy more Pokemon stuff? Be creative. Be Pokemon-centric. Who knows? Aw, how cute!